Good morning, dear students. Today we are starting with the chapter number 9, that is interest. Basically, in this chapter, we are going to learn two types of interest. One is the simple interest and another is compound interest. Okay. So first, let us understand the terms that we are going to use in this chapter, and after that we will discuss the difference between the simple interest and compound interest. Okay, the first term, principal, the symbol is capital P. It is the money, or we can say sum borrowed or the sum lent. Okay, second means, for example, suppose we have taken the some amount as a loan from the bank, so that loan amount is called as principal. Okay, then interest, it is the money paid by the borrower to the money lender for the use of the money borrowed. So basically the simple interest and the interest mean the same. Okay, now the interest, basically, see, when we are taking money or borrowing money from the bank, then the bank charges the interest on it, or we can say some amount, extra amount we have to pay to the bank. That extra amount is called as interest. Now basically it is at the rate of interest, we can say. It is the interest on every rupees 100, or we can say this rate is given in the percentage. Okay, we already learned the interest, rate of interest in the previous classes also. Percentage we have learned in this chapter or in this 8th standard as well. Okay, then next is the time, which is indicated by capital T, means for how much time we have taken the loan amount from the bank. So this is represented by capital T. If we have taken the loan amount for 2 years, so time will be 2 years. If we have taken the loan for 8 years, so we can say that the time will be of 8 years. It is the time for which the money is lent, or the rate of interest as per year, say 8% per year. The time must be taken as 8 years. Now amount, basically the amount is the total of the sum is principal plus interest. Okay, the total amount of principal and interest is becomes the amount. Is that clear? So the basic formula is amount is equals to principal plus interest. Now students, let us understand what is the difference between the simple interest and the compound interest that we are going to learn in this chapter. Let us take one example here. For example, principal, this is rate of interest, this is time, this is simple interest, this is compound interest, and this is the amount. Okay, now students, for example, suppose we have borrowed 1000 rupees as a principal at the rate of 10%, and suppose the time is of 1 year. Then if we calculate the 10% of 1000, it will become 100, and again simple compound interest will be same, 100. Okay, simple interest and compound interest, these two are the different thing. Now if we want to calculate the amount, then 100 plus compound interest, or we can also take the simple interest. For the first year, simple interest and compound interest, those two things are equal. Okay, so 1000 plus 100, it will become 1100. Now students, what is happening here, the simple interest will be same for every year, but the compound interest changes. If we will calculate the interest for 2 years, 3 years or 4 years, the simple interest will remain same for every year, but the compound interest changes. Now why it is changes? Because the amount of the first year becomes the principal for the second year. Now it will become 1100. Now find out the 10% of 1100. It will be 110. Got it? 110 plus 1100, it will become 121. 0. Correct? Now this amount will become the principal of the second year. Find out the 10% of it. It will become 121. Is that clear? Then 121 plus this will be how much? 1331. Got it? Now this amount will become a principal for the next year. 1331. Every time we are calculating the 10%. So once we calculate the 10% of this, it will be 133.10. So like this, if we observe the two columns, simple interest and compound interest, we can understand that for every year the simple interest remains constant, but the compound interest goes on increasing as the number of year increases. Is that understood, everyone? So that is the major difference between the compound interest and the simple interest. Okay. Now let us learn the basic formula to calculate the interest. So already we have learned the basic formula to calculate the interest. Basically it is the formula for calculating the simple interest. The formula is P multiplied by R multiplied by T upon 100, whereas P stands for the principal, R stands for interest, and T stands for time. Okay, so this is the general formula, and in case if we want to find out the amount, the formula will be principal plus interest. Okay, with the help of this formula we can find out the simple interest for 1 year, 2 year or n number of years. Is that clear to everyone? Okay, so let us start with the first exercise of our chapter. Using the same formula, we are starting with question number 1, exercise 9th A. Exercise 9th A we are starting. In that, question number 1 is here. Find the interest and amount. Find interest and amount on, first thing that given us, rupees 750 in 3 years, 4 months at 10% per annum. So here per annum means per year. Okay. Now students, how much amount is borrowed? 750 rupees. So we can say that the principal amount is 750. Then number of years, the time taken as number of years, which is 3 years and 4 months. So the thing to be remember here, whenever we are solving the question, per annum question, we are going to convert it into years. Okay, 3 years and 4 months. 3 years 4 months. Convert this month into number of years by dividing it by 12. Got it? Now what will happen here? 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 12. So 3 plus 1 upon 3. So for addition of these two things, we need their denominator is equal. So it becomes 3. 3 threes are 9 plus 1. That is 10 upon 3 years. Got it? So this is 10 upon 3 years. So let us calculate time, which is we have to take as 10 upon 3 years. In our question, number of years, for how many years it is given to us? 3 years and 4 months. Rate of interest, the rate of interest is 10%. Got it? This is our rate of interest. So let us calculate the interest for it. So to calculate the interest, we have this formula, P multiplied by R multiplied by T upon 100. So principal, how much was the principal? It was 750. Then rate of interest was 10%. Then time, what was the time? 10 by 3, 10 upon 3. And this 100, we can write it like this, 100, and this 10 upon 3 is the time. Got it? So simply cancel this 0, 0, 0, 0. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 5s are 250. Means the interest will be of rupees 250. Is that clear? See, if the interest is of 250 rupees, then next question we want to find out is amount. We want to calculate the amount. So here the amount is A plus I, sorry, principal plus amount. How much is the principal we have? And the interest is of 250. The addition will gives us 5 plus 5, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rupees 1000 rupees as a amount. Okay. So I hope all of you have understood this. Next question, second part we are solving. In this, rupees 5000 is the principal amount given to us. Rate of percent is 8%. 23rd December from. Now they had given us dates instead of the time. 23rd December 2011 to 29th July 2012. Okay, so let us understand how to solve this. In this question, principal is 5000, rate of interest is 8%. Now what that given us? 23rd December 2011 to 29th July 2012. This is the timing given to us. Okay, now let us convert it into the number of years. See, there are the months: December, January, February, March, April, May, June and July. These are the months between December to July. Okay. In the December, how many days are remaining? The date is 23rd. So basically December has 31 days and this is 23. So how many days are remaining to end up with the December? It is 8 days. For the January it is 31. For the Feb 29. For the March 31. For April 30. May is 31. June is 30 and July is 29. Okay, since it is a leap year, this month February will contain 29 days. Got it? So these are the number of days between December 23 to July 29. 29 date is here, so July we have to include only 29 days. Is that clear? So find out the total days. If we make an addition of all this, total there are 291 days. Got it? So let us convert it into years. So these are the days. In 1 year, 1 leap year it is. Or in a year, how many days are there? 265. 365 days. Got it? Now we have converted it into years. Now let us find out the interest. P multiplied by R multiplied by T upon 100. So don't think about the leap year, just we can divide it by 365 because it is not a complete year, no? So that is why we have taken 219 upon 365. So what is the principal amount we have? 5,000. What is the rate of interest given in our question? How much is the time? And 100 we can take here. Got it? Okay. Now what will happen here? First of all, 0 will get cancelled. Then 5 tens are 5 sevens are 35. 1 is remaining. 5 threes are 15. Correct? Then 73 threes are how much? 73 multiplied by 3. 3 threes are 9. 3 sevens are 20. It is 219. So 219. Threes are correct. So the interest will be 10 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 3. That is rupees 80 into 3, which is 240 rupees is the interest. Okay. Now let us find out the amount. Amount will be A plus I. That is, principal plus I. Principal is how much? 5,000. Interest is 240. Addition of these two will gives us 5240. Okay, 5240 is the final answer. Okay, so students, for today we will stop here. I think you can solve the remaining questions. Thank you everyone.